So looking ahead to 2015, all eyes are on the big potential hitters, both from third and fourth parties. On Sony's side, eyes are glued to Nathan Drake and Uncharted 4 A Thief's End. Despite there being other big exclusives on PS4's end like Bloodborne and The Order 1886, there's one game that I keep thinking about, The Tomorrow Children. It was announced last year by a bizarre looking trailer and many wondered what the game would actually consist of. Late last year, I got the chance to play the closed beta of the game, and even though I didn't get nearly as much time with it as I'd hoped, I'm still thinking about it a couple of months later, and quite fondly as well. Weirdly enough though, I can clearly remember so much about the Tomorrow Children in that short time than I had with most of the big hitters that hit last year. So I sat there thinking, why exactly? Why a little game that I got to try a very small part of captured much more excitement in me than some of the biggest games of last year? And to be perfectly honest, I'm still not entirely sure why, but there are a few things that did stand out to me. We're used to games doing two things lately: to be visually stunning from a technological standpoint, or to try look like Minecraft. Although you could say there is a small influence of Minecraft present, the Tomorrow Children has a striking look of its own. Divide is equally welcoming as it is lonely, as the paper mache styled characters aim to make something of what they've got. It captures a style of its own that is downright pleasant to look at as the characters move around, and if you decide to choose to be a miner, watch them break through structures that appear on the outskirts of town, or if your town takes down an enemy which, rather than have it disappear, turns to a massive structure of resources, adds to the destructive beauty when miners do their job. At the centre of the Tomorrow Children is the multiplayer, but hear me out, it's actually a great implementation. When you spawn, you are essentially in a server and must work together as a team to prosper. There are 5 different classes to choose between: Citizen, Miner, Engineer, Radio Officer and Combatant. Upon completing your task that's based on your class, you can then report what you've done to the Ministry of Labour in order to receive ration coupons. These coupons are then used to buy better equipment to be better at what you're doing. In my time in the alpha, I played almost all of it as a miner, simply because I like to be the support class in most class-based games. I remember a couple of us miners would take the bus to the location, mine the structure, collect the resources and return on the bus back. Then the following trip was a couple of us creating a path to the structure, so waiting for a bus was no longer a thing. So you can't simply walk anywhere outside of the town before you start sinking into the ground like quicksand, meaning you can't just go anywhere you want. In the town, players work together in a unique way. There are other players on the server, but they are simply ghostly images on the screen that you can't directly interact with. Together you will help build the town's defences to help from the attacking enemies. The enemies come in intervals, which is signalled to all players when it's incoming. There are 4 different enemy types which are collectively known as the Isvirg. When they attack the town, the defences that you create are the best chance to take them out. It's truly tense and some way scary when these massive enemies attack a town of what essentially are all children. Should a community form, these enemies can be taken down relatively easily. If some players go down the combatant route, they equip themselves with rocket launchers and other weapons to help the town take out the enemies. Taking down these enemies cause them to crystallise in place, which mining leads to the gathering of essential resources to keep the town in operation. So many games that give you the opportunity to build and mine are done so without a real purpose. The Tomorrow Children make you feel like everything you're doing has worked, a helping hand to the others on your server and to help towards the prosperity of the town. The finer points of the game is yet to be discovered. I didn't have a huge amount of time with the game, I certainly wanted more, but at least what I did play is thoroughly engaging. The town has a lot more on offer than what I got to interact with. Being different classes changes what you'll be doing from day to day, and as the towns build, new islands are there to discover and explore, possibly leading to an even deeper experience. There's no date on the game except for this year. It's something more people need to be aware of, and I can only hope Sony show off a lot more really soon, as this could be the game to surprise everyone. It's stunning, gameplay is interesting, and the prospect of how the community will work is enough to keep me intrigued throughout 2015 until the game is finally released. It's weird, but equally fascinating and exciting.